So, welcome back to the 3 Miles MC, and I have to admit, we yesterday had a bit of a situation. I was driving relatively quick and then broke into a turn downhill and all of a sudden realized there's nothing happening brake-wise. After a few minutes, the brakeability of the motorcycle recovered and it now fully brakes again. I don't fully trust the rear brake though. I now had a night to think about it, and that there all of a sudden was just like nothing in the brake pedal. Makes me want to replace the brake liquid, because I'm suspecting that there's some error in the brake system and that like 90% of the time the brake most likely works, but then 10% it just doesn't do anything most likely. So my plan is now to air out the brakes. We sadly don't have brake liquid and we don't have a clear hose, and the only store that could get us a clear hose is some time away. We need to head east anyway, so we're going into the east direction of Greece, away from the island. We will make our way there, and on our way is a hardware store. And in that hardware store we will try our luck. It's just a bit over 2 hours of riding, so let's get there. Let's fill up on gas and hit the highway, because on the highway I can somewhat rely on my front brake and just cruise along all the way to the hardware store.
I was driving on the highway, but I couldn't find a gas station that was open. Every gas station that I came across was closed, and many signs of gas stations in 70 and 260 kilometers were crossed through. So I had to try to be lucky on the countryside.
We sadly have a bit of an issue. I'm trying to find a gas station because we're about to run out of gas, but because of the economic crisis that happened in Greece, a lot of the gas stations are closed. And now another one of those, and they're all still listed in the navigation system. So I'm basically constantly driving to gas stations that don't exist, and we now lost half an hour on our way to the hardware store, and we still have quite far to go. And I actually kind of need a break to get to the hardware store, but I just don't find a gas station. And now 2 ones in a row have been closed on the road here, and I'm a bit scared that we will run out of gas actually. So we've been hypermining so much that the fuel meter went back from 1 bar to 2 bars. I don't know if it's somewhat adaptive to your consumption, but we now need there to be a gas station, and I think over there could be one. Also would be now the 4th try, and I'm slowly getting like annoyed because, oh yeah, I see a gas station sign. Where exactly is the next gas station? Pietro. Okay. So this is apparently not a gas station, but actually like a little casino, as you can see from like the slot machines inside and all the poker and so on. And it just used to be an old British Petroleum gas station, and this woman now recommended me a gas station close by in the next town. This is just really annoying, as it now has cost us an hour to our arrival time at the hardware store to get the brakes fixed, and while driving I've been feeling that the rear brake is not doing fine, and every once in a while I just cannot brake. And yeah, let's hope that in 5 kilometers there actually is then a gas station, and then let's make our way there. This stuff would not be as annoying if the days would be a bit longer, but it's like dark at like before 6 p.m. So yeah, let's hope that the one was right and that there actually is a gas station, because my navigation system doesn't show me a gas station. Not the Apple Maps system and not Google Maps, but you cannot really trust it in Greece because so many of the gas stations are closed. Let's hope that in this town actually is a gas station, because the gas station we just tried to have a look at was listed as a British Petroleum gas station in the navigation network, and I kind of tried to avoid the Greek ones because a lot more of them are closed. Oh yeah, there are people actually pumping gas from the look of it.
While we wait, let's check if they also maybe have brake liquid, and apparently they do. And if they now have a clear hose, we can already do the job here and don't have to go to the hardware store. So luckily I managed to get some help, because I managed to buy this brake liquid right here, and the kind woman from the gas station has this hose right here, and I hope that the hoses fits for the brake caliper, otherwise we maybe get like a tighter hose. Yeah. So as you guys just have seen, sadly the hose that we have is not tight enough, so we need to make it tight somehow, and my idea now is to take one of my shoelaces, wrap it around and pull it really tight, and then try to get the brake liquid out. So as you can see, the brake liquid is completely brown, most likely because when I went to the Royal Enfield dealership to get my motorcycle serviced, they forgot to do this. To be perfectly clear here, I'm talking about my service back in Germany and not here in Greece, as I thought that the brake liquid was already taken care of back in Germany. Usually I service my motorcycles myself, just the Royal Enfield Interceptor still has about a year of warranty on it, that's why I didn't do it. And apparently that's still the brake liquid from when the bike first came on the market.
So we're now getting going again. Let's hope that everything works fine, because now let me check. Yeah, seems so far so good. So my rear brake seems to be working fine again, but let's definitely be careful for the rest of the day. And I also checked how the brake liquid looks at the front. Apparently it was changed at the front when I brought the bike in for service back in Germany, but the rear just wasn't. So the rear looked really, really bad. Yeah, good that we managed to get that done. I would have not felt comfortable touching now also the front brake liquid, because I was not exactly in workshop environment and had to like make the hose that I put onto the brake liquid tight with the help of a shoelace. That's not ideal. So yeah, Let's test the rear brake. Yeah, slows down quite well and substantially. We will now continue heading east. The sun is already setting, as you see, and we will try to get as close as we can to Thessaloniki and then find a place to stay. Something that I really liked about getting my motorcycle serviced in Athens was the guy showed me how he did it. Of course, the brake liquid was not part of the service, but like the oil change and stuff. And he showed me how he did it, so I knew he did it correctly. And if he maybe slipped up, I was able there to see it. Because even though I'm now not the most experienced person in wrenching on my own bikes, and what we now did there with like tying the hose tight with a shoelace was also not perfect work, far from it, but it was what was possible on the gas station. One thing that's really advantageous to when you service your own motorbike, you know what you did to the bike, and you know how much confidence you feel into it. Because that now this service was missing is really not that great, because I paid for a brake service in Germany, and it was like I paid for it, and apparently they only serviced one brake. So, ouch. So the level here is fine. That looks good. Also here, everything tight. I did not have the perfect tools with me, so I did not really, I wanted to check again, you know. So, we're actually relatively close to Mount Olympus, and we already had a look at Mount Olympus and the roads that are close here. So maybe tomorrow I will just try to chug some kilometers, basically. I think that should be a good plan. So we can also have some good looks at Bulgaria and Romania. I'm actually really tired, and I cannot wait to go to bed. I still have to do work on the laptop, edit videos and so on, but after will be very nice. Also, as I'm still a bit sick, I still struggle with cough and scratchy throat. Just doesn't really want to get better. If I can just park my motorbike, I don't know, here on the sidewalk.
6 on the first floor.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there a Wi-Fi?
Yes, cost us 1,973.
It's quite nice for 30 bucks. Really like it. This is the room. I have my own little bathroom right here. That's good. And yes, we also have a desk and a chair, which is nice because now the real work begins. And yeah, definitely I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and check out the links in the description and the Patreon, and see you guys in the next episode.